Time flows on, but memories will never fade into oblivion.
Hello.
Take a look. I'm taking it. Never seen this section before. Expand your thinking. Oh dear. Do you know who this big diamond? It's all yours.
I'm just a little bored.
Nothing but a forest. Hopeless as ever. Open sesame. Glimpse me.
In the mood for another beating?
Hello.
Underestimating us, Okatsu?
Nice, like my friend. Indulge yourself!
Time to twirl. Curiosity. Endless riddle. Nothing but a forest. Time to twirl. This big diamond. It's all yours. Expand your thinking. Watch it closely. Put away the heart of strife.
I mean, Blade was never. It didn't make sense to nerf him.
I choose you. Countless thus our fates become one. So saturated like a wisp of sleep. All life be revealed.
Fiend or devil? I'll crush them all!
Trust me. We can do anything.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path. Now, farewell.
A little honor so saturated like a wisp of sleep. Is that fear I sense? All life be revealed. Countless thus our fates become one. So saturated like a wisp of sleep. All life be revealed.
I don't really want to talk about the recent leaks because they're just too questionable. I don't even. If they're real, I mean, there isn't even much to talk about. Most of the Novas are break characters. Topaz, I don't even know if that makes sense, to be honest. And I was wrong about Pearl, if the leaks are true.
A will of metal.
Let's see.
Trying to trick me.
Let's see.
Earth shattered.
No fake collab news. Fake collab wouldn't be announced on drip markets anyways.
Fight to the death.
Is it coming?
I offer my beasts slaughter each other. Archer and I. Fight to the death.
How about a little fearlessness, not fear?
Archer and I. Fight to the death. Dragon soaring above the land. This is permanent.
I venture forth forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
I offer my beasts slaughter each other. Archer and I. My strength isn't what it was. Fight to the death.
In my opinion, it's dumb from Hoyo to buff Ling Shan Fugue at the same time instead of buffing Sunday.
Archer and I. Fight to the death.
I venture forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Firefly needs it. Well, I know that, yeah, Firefly gets buffed by it. They're probably mainly doing it for the rest of the break DPSs because everybody's been crying about Firefly favoritism. But it's like, the Topaz Nova, I feel like could have easily been replaced by a Sunday Nova. And I think a lot of people would have preferred a Sunday Nova too. Because, like, if you Nova Topaz, like, what's the point, you know? Like, Ashvale exists. Ashvale is probably going to continue to be better than Topaz. So, I don't really get, like, what is Nova Topaz even supposed to do?
Incense ascends. Calm like memory, not like hydrate.
Like, if Nova Topaz came before Ashvale, maybe, but
Anymore. There'll be a way. Share good fortunes. Memories. So beautiful.
Initiate cleanup.
You want to return me? Like I
Firewife? True. 2 million damage. And 2 of the characters on this team are getting Nova'd.
of your body and mind. Firefly type. Set to the sea. The candle flickers in your breath, immolated by death. Clouds scatter. This is gonna shine. The truth, everything in this world is bleeding.
The weirdest part is that Nihilux won't be on Silverwolf or Eva teams. No, I can see it. When it came to Nihilux, because I was always confident she'd be the third main push of this version, it was either one of two routes. Either she is a main DPS because she's the third main push, or she's a part of Silverwolf's team. I leaned a lot more towards being part of Silverwolf's team. But if I'm wrong, then Pearl would probably be the Elation sustain, and then Nihilux would be her own main DPS that you can run with like Yao Guang Pearl. Like no different to Evanesia.
Immolated by death. Have we met? Dream vanished. Set. Anymore. Stubborn one. This is more than battle. Fight. You want to betray me? Cloud scatter. Firefly take more. Dreams of a. Let us dance once more. Set. Falling for me already. So beautiful.
Yao Guang getting stretched thin. I mean, it's just like a Cyrene situation all over again. Like, if you're going to invest in multiple Chrysos Air teams, you're just going to have to take a hit on one of them because you're going to have Cyrene on only one of them. Like, it's the same thing here.
Things can never go back to how
If you're investing into Elation and getting multiple Elation teams, you're just going to have to struggle and choose which one gets Yao Guang.
share good fortunes. Allow me to purge the root of the truth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Guys, I already know about this Acheron thing. I made a video on it.
Dream vanished. Like I'm so everything. Burn to ashes! Firefly taste set.
I mean, Cyrene, depending on the Chrysos Air, doesn't have decent alternatives. Like, having to choose between using Cyrene for a Nox or a Mono Rem, they both lose a lot. Or like Evernight main DPS. My Day also really wants Cyrene. And then Agoya also has, I believe, Cyrene best in slot. Like, there's a lot of them. But yes, in Elation's case, it's worse. But it's still going to be the same.
Can you find the answer? I'll end your misery.
I guess it ain't pure fiction. Oh wait, actually, what if Ling Sha Nova Flare was for the follow-up team? No, never mind. She's way too break focused. I don't think they'd do that.
All things human creations. Let's pray you find the answer.
There's no shilling Fugue to Firefly. Fugue would probably just get a buff and then it buffs every break DPS.
I'll end your misery.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Boot Hill and Rappa mains are some of the most ungrateful people in this game. Not because I think their characters shouldn't get a buff, but they complain some of the most of like any DPSs of like unfair treatment, but because of Firefly's existence solely, they are constantly getting indirectly buffed. Like if Firefly didn't exist and have the popularity that she does, they would not be getting these indirect buffs. Like there are so many DPSs in a worse position.
Stream forth.
You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Dragons soaring above the land. This is permanent.
Still waters uplift.
My strength isn't what it was.
You want to come to me?
Thank you, Human. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I know. Like there are so many other like teams and archetypes that struggle so much more. 1.x DPSs mainly being the case of that. Jade could use a buff.
Better make a choice.
More of the 2.x like Fei Xiao could use a buff. Although Fei Xiao has at least gotten, you know, Ashvale and Blade and stuff. The dot characters mostly got buffed. Like, yeah. It's mainly just the 1.x characters that kind of got left in the dust for the most part. Like, there's still so many 1.x DPSs that are just so bad.
Another journey begins. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Stand down.
Found me.
My purpose. I'll endure.
Free will, or was it fate? Still waters uplift.
I'll endure. Dragons soaring above the land. This is permanent.
You can't run.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Aglaya is the most cost-efficient DPS for vertical investment? No. Because Aglaya is significantly weaker than a lot of the current DPSs. They'll milk Firefly forever? Nah, they'll eventually sell. Well, it does count as milking, but they'll probably sell her SB at some point. So it'll be like a new character, new archetype. Guys, please don't ask me about things that I just can't answer, dude. Like, it's impossible for me to answer if the fugue changes are gonna benefit Firefly more. I don't know. Mm. Oh, I forgot it's this account. Yeah, I need to work on the crit rate. This is only 2 rolls. Oh. I don't know what I expected. No, this is a free-to-play account. I've never spent money on it. I just need Blade to come out already. 12 days. I just want to get Blade for my Asheville at this point. Just bored. A little less than 2 weeks, not bad. Propagation Firefly? I mean, I don't know. I feel like paths in this game just don't matter, so I don't really care. Like, at the end of the day, the character is going to have incredibly similar animations no matter what path they are. So, like, someone being part of, like, a specific path isn't, like, it doesn't change. Like, if I hear someone's erudition, or if I hear someone's hunt, or if I hear someone's destruction, like, none of it matters to me. You like the new Himiko design? I think it looks good. It doesn't look great, but it looks good. The thing is, people always do this is like, they'll form their entire opinion, even going into the future, off of the drip market, which is literally one like 2D picture. And people did this with Silverwolf. And then when Silverwolf's gameplay actually came out, they're like, oh, she actually does look like quite a bit different outfit wise and like gameplay wise. But like before the gameplay came out, they were all like doom posting her saying nothing changed because of the drip market, which is why I just don't take drip markets seriously. Also, base designs for characters like barely matter too, because so many characters these days have like in their animations different forms and shit, you know? Like most people base Phanon off of his form and his ultimate and not his base form when it comes to gameplay, you know? Blade even has a second form that he gets when he uses his ultimate. Nihilux is supposedly a second form too. And on her drip market, she has a mech. So that's probably going to play a pretty important part. Yeah. It's like I made a community post on it because, like, this just repeats itself every time an SP releases. And it's been happening very frequently since 3.x. Of people being like, oh, this design is unoriginal, they look bad. You know, Don Hung was an example where he was getting constantly bashed. No wonder he's free, right? Because the design is so underwhelming, no wonder he's free. It makes sense now. And then people go back and then they're like, oh, the design is actually good, like Evernight. People in some of my comments are like, oh, if they made it like Evernight SP, then people wouldn't be complaining. But Evernight got some of like the most complaints. Like when her concept art got leaked for her design, a ton of people were saying that they didn't believe in it because it was too different from original March and that they didn't want it and that it was just bad. It's like this with literally every single SP, no matter how different they look. You just can't appease everybody. I mean, yeah, people have been waiting for Himeko to be a limited character for a long time. It makes sense that she's getting a lot of traction. She's only been a standard since the beginning of the game. But yeah. That's why I think the SP dooming is just dumb. It just feels disingenuous so often. And like people just instantly want to jump on a hate train. No, people were majorly just upset that Don Hung looked similar to Dill and like based on Hung. They were saying that they barely changed anything. That was the main complaint. Like, yeah, you had the originally leaked armor design that got removed, but I feel like that was on the lesser side of the complaints.
A day peaceful.
Deja. Try this other way. We can do it. Trust me. We can do anything.
Trinity is before us. Smoke, watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Nah, I don't think he'd be playable.
You can do it.
Oh damn, I didn't realize. I don't know when beta is, guys, please. Just don't. I would have already posted it, and I would have already mentioned it if I knew.
Trust me. We can do anything.
Down, farewell.
Want me to hold everyone back again?
Play currency wars? No. Not feeling it.
Overcome the thorn. Watch over you. Guide you on your path. Trinity is before me.
People can't be patient? Yeah. Like, people think for some reason I'm some omnipotent guy who just knows everything that Hoyo is gonna do. Like, I don't know when they're gonna do this or that, or like,
You can do it.
like if I know, I'll probably mention it at some point, but otherwise, not really.
Trust me. We can do anything.
Where's Phanon?
Flowers bloom for tomorrow. You're spiffy?
They don't announce fake collab on markets.
Memories waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. May world bearings ignite the dawn. Don't blink. Rewrite destruction with me. What is hatred
Yeah,
but love?
that's true, Haku's.
Will you find the answer?
Soaring above the land. This is permanent.
Yeah, but I don't care about it. It's fucking 200 and 300 pulls. And because it has a unique currency, that would mean pulls not including radiant tides and weapon pull. Like, it's pure asterite of 200 pulls that you need to use. Also, I haven't even checked the dupes, but I doubt the collab characters are like that strong. I haven't checked Kem's thing in a while. Maybe he has something. Wrong one. Can I skip it? It's this one. Oh, there are calcs, I think.
Flowers
They do.
tomorrow. You're spiffy? Kinda hurt.
This team looks like 2.x DPS level.
Soaring above the land. This is permanent.
About 1.9 milli, 2 milli per rotation. Do the dupes matter?
Memories waiting to be woken up. Like a shooting star. Remember me with love. May world bearing ignite the dawn.
They're normal
Don't
dupes
blink. Cleanse hatred with love.
for WoW standards.
Rewrite destruction with me. Will you find the answer?
Soaring above the land. This is permanent!
Tactician, literally half of the Chrysos heirs are from high third. And then you had Don Hung SP, Herda SP, March SP. Like, we cannot be dead ass. Anyone interested in the collab would have saved polls. This is such a bullshit excuse, man. This is the same bullshit that people pulled to defend the Archer Lycone. Can I just get more crit rate? I mean, come on, man. Well, the point is, Tactician, that they are also just copies of another Honkai game. So yeah, it's new to you, but imagine like a high 3 player then says, oh, Phanon is boring, Cyrene sucks, I've already had them in this other game. Like, that's kind of the point. It's just dumb. Like, SPs is so much better than constantly releasing new characters and trying to wrap up their entire story within like 1 or 2 patches. Because SPs are the same character that consistently gets reintroduced, new story, more information on them, and they also unlock probably like new strength, new powers, and they keep going with you on the journey. Like, it's just so much better. Of course, only SP sucks. That's why you have a balance of like 50-50. If more gacha games focused on not trying to constantly make a new character or 2 new characters every patch no matter what, and they actually tried revisiting some of their older ones and reselling them, then it would just be so much better. A whole patch of just SPs makes the patch feel a bit more dry for me, and that's for you, and that's fine. The game isn't gonna appease to literally every whim that you have, bro. Like, what do you want? Himiko's drip is one of the most highly liked. Sparksy's drip was one of the most liked. Sparksy's one of the most popular from this version. Like, it's just proven that SPs are incredibly successful and popular for Hoyo. So why would they just change their mind suddenly? Like, it's just dumb, in my opinion. It's just dumb. Because you're still getting new characters, too. It's not like there's no new characters. It's a balance between the two. Not every single character that comes out in this game needs to be like a must pull to you. Like, there can be characters that you just skip because you don't fuck with them like that. It's dumb to not like a whole patch of SPs. Brother, what? Like, we had Yao Guang. We've had Ashvale. We've had Evanesia. These are 3 characters who haven't been introduced in this game yet, as of recent. 4.3 is Blade, or 4.3 is Blade. 4.4 is likely going to have Fake Collab, which is 2 more new characters, and then yes, an SP. 4.5 is going to be SPs. 4.6 is going to have Pearl, supposedly, and someone else if I had to guess, I don't know who. And then 4.7 is going to have Nihilux. Like, once again, it's a 50-50 balance. Like, I don't get why you're complaining. This is just dumb. There's still a ton of original characters. The most wanted characters in ZZZ are also SP characters. Yeah, and that's my point. Like, the people complaining about SP characters, especially in Honkai games, like, one, why the fuck are you playing a Honkai game and getting mad that they're reheating the nachos of previous characters? Like, this is something they've been doing for like a decade, right? But secondly, even with all that, it's like there's still a solid amount, in fact more often than not, original characters who aren't SPs. So it's like, what, like, there's still enough for you, and then you're getting mad that another group of people who do like the SPs are getting fed just as well, because not the entire release schedule of characters is solely targeted towards you. Like, you need every character that comes out to be targeted towards you. If not, you think it's, like, bad. Like, it's just dumb. Like, there's always going to be characters that aren't targeted towards people for whatever reasons. I think you're just making shit up, Tactician, I'm not gonna lie. And Himiko has never even been limited. Like, Small Herda has had more value historically than even Himiko as a standard character, because of the pure fiction shit. Like, this is her first limited version. I don't care what Himiko's path is. I was already talking about this at the beginning of the stream. They could change Himiko's path and it would change nothing. So I don't really care about it. Like, gameplay wise. No, Himiko's a main push. They wouldn't make an old version of her best in slot for her. Not gonna lie. I don't see that happening. Tactician, I think you're genuinely just looking for a reason to hate HSR, bro. Like, I don't know how many more times I need to say this. You are getting into the series of Hoyo games that is historically notorious for constantly re-releasing their characters with SPs again and again and again. And then you are getting mad that not every single character that is being released is targeted towards you. Like, this is just dumb. It's like going to a horror movie and then complaining that there's too much gore that's repeated over and over again. Like, I could maybe see this complaint in, like, Genshin or ZZZ, but in this game, like a Honkai series game, like, come on. Bro doesn't allow any opinion or criticism of HSR. No, it's just that your criticism is brain dead. If you were able to actually form a reasonable reason why you think the way you do, which you haven't, by the way, you've just moved on to calling me an Hoyo shill, then I'd obviously maybe agree. But you haven't presented a single reasonable opinion at all. You've just been repeating yourself over and over that you don't like SPs and you'd prefer more original characters, which is understandable. But this is literally the one series of Hoyo games that gets this many SPs. And SPs are incredibly popular. They allow older characters to be back into the meta and relevant in the story. Like, there's literally only benefits. Yeah, Wuwa is doing a Yang Yang SP. Like, the only thing I can get... I don't understand it. When people say SPs look the same... Like, and then they're like, oh, only the outfit and the hair and the way they look is different. What the fuck do you... Does every SP need to be an Evernight? I feel like that's what some people want when they complain about SPs. If not every single SP is Evernight-esque, where, like, they're completely inverted, personality is astronomically different, outfit completely changed, new path, everything. Like, okay, yeah, that's obvious, yeah. So, like, in my head, I've already made it up that people who make this complaint that all SPs look the same are people who just want Evernight type SPs every single time. Which is dumb. Because every single different character has different stories. You can say you prefer the Evernight SPs and you might not like the newer ones, but, like, to say objectively that the new SPs don't change anything is just dumb. Like, people were saying the same shit for Silverwolf off of her drip market, and then when her gameplay and in-game model came out, people were like, oh, she actually does look quite different. The outfit does look quite different. Like, it just happens every single time. Evernight is a different character? Yeah, exactly. Like, that's probably what some people expect from every single SP, which just isn't going to happen. Do you know how boring it would be if every single SP became that predictable? Where you just know it's like an invert of what they used to be? That shit would be boring as fuck. I'm good, now I'm evil, with evil colors and evil animations. I'm evil, now I'm good, with lighter colors and cooler animations. Just spam that on every single SP. I mean, my point is, I'd maybe understand these complaints if they literally only released SPs, but it's like a balance, once again, which is why I think these complaints are stupid. You don't need every single new character release to be catered towards your specific liking. Like, it's just dumb. When I go in WUWA, I find so many of the WUWA characters to be skips. But I don't go out of my way to say you shouldn't even release characters like this anymore. This character, I don't want to pull for them, so don't even create them, right? Like, this is the mindset that annoys me. It's fine to have SB characters, because every once in a while, WUWA has a banger that I absolutely love. Like Chisa, Mornai, and like Rebecca and stuff. Or like Dania. Dania also looks really sick. You are just speaking out of your ass, tactician. Holy fuck. Like, what are you even going on about? What the fuck? How did we move from you taking accountability for what is probably one of the dumbest opinions I've seen around SPs to blaming Hoyo and saying that the planet got entirely changed last minute and that's why they have SPs out of laziness? Like, dude, you're just so... You guys need to understand, it's already been, like, officially confirmed so many different times. HSR works on their characters a year in advance, right? They can change some things up, but the characters released throughout an entire version were already planned at the beginning of the last version, right? Like, this is just how it goes. So by the time we enter a new version, all playable characters have been confirmed by Hoyo. It's just getting some of the designs down and shit, and obviously transferring it to the game. So no, us getting a ton of SPs has nothing to do with Plan Arcadia and the politics shit. Like, these SPs would have released anyways. No, exactly, Zachary. Like, I accept criticism of HSR. I openly criticize HSR a lot of the time. Meta, power creep. I think the weapon banner is just stupid, you know? End games. Constantly adding end games, 3-team end games. Like, shit like that, right? Like, negligence of, I guess, certain characters in this game that don't get as much love. Like, when it's like something that is quite obvious that's real, right? Like, obviously I'm going to criticize it, but when you're trying to say, oh, I don't like SPs, they should stop creating so many SPs because it doesn't cater towards me. Yet, SPs are making them some of the most money out of all their characters. Tons of people are loving them because it puts their favorite characters back in the story, you know? Like, SPs historically are just popular for this Honkai series. It's just a stupid complaint, in my opinion. Like, I just can't put it any other way. It's just a dumb complaint. Because obviously not every single character that releases is going to cater to your taste. That's just how it is, how it goes. And it's better that way. Because once again, you get certain games like WUWA. WUWA is a game that doesn't do SPs like the Honkai series, right? They just don't. WUWA consistently tries to release 1 or 2 new limited characters every single patch. What is one of the biggest complaints around WUWA? Fans of older characters saying that they feel like their fave is no longer relevant, isn't getting teammates, isn't getting buffs, isn't getting reruns, aren't seeing them in the story enough. Tons of, like, this is the point, right? If someone prefers a lot more newer characters, you'd obviously just go to WUWA. because Wua has that. Like, that's your thing, right? But you can't go to HSR and then expect them to do the same thing as Wua. Yeah. Now, in an ideal world, SPs would still exist, but you wouldn't have to pull on the gacha for them. You could just get it progressively from playing that old character enough. But like, this is a gacha at the end of the day, so they try to milk your money, right? If that's your complaint, then like, yeah, like the concept or like the way SPs are sold, I could see someone maybe complaining about that, but I don't see the point in being like, oh, they shouldn't even create them, you know? Are you serious in your posts or rage baiting 100% of the time? It's like 75-25. The same as the Lycon banner. Yeah, most of it is rage bait. And not me being serious. Like, I'm currently reading the Academy Survival Guide manhwa, and then I just post the pictures and then I go back to reading it. Because I just don't want people who complain a shit ton on my channel about the smallest shit. A lot of gachas in general already have SPs. I didn't think HSR releasing some would create such a big fuss. I mean, it's just like, people complain about almost everything in HSR. Like, once again, it doesn't matter how much this game does or improves. Like, people will just keep complaining about it. Doesn't matter. If you watch Witch Hat, I've watched the first episode, but I've kind of left it on the back end because I've been busy the last few days. The Huo incident? What the fuck is the Huo incident? E6 Irene Merchant? Who's the E6 Irene Merchant? E6 is crazy on Cyrene. Thoughts on current Rebecca and Wua? They did her justice, 100%. Yeah, they did really well on the collab characters. Someone asked me in like my comments a couple days ago on like one of my community posts. I was like, yeah, it looked banger. Looked really good. $200 pulls to get a copy seems like a lot. I mean, yeah. I don't care about it though, because I don't even have 10 pulls on my Woo account right now. I'm just grabbing my free Rebecca and calling it a day. Moving on. I just don't have it in me. Hello, Pfizer. Using sustainless to push your agenda, Zolza. Shameless. Shameless. Us over here, we put 12 cost on our teams. We run it with Don Hung PT, and if we don't zero cycle, we just kill ourselves. So, sorry. Must be new here or something. In game, by the way. In game. Not in real life. Tried to pull Nicole and Genshin today and got Chi-Chi. Hey, W, man. That's part of the tradition. Cyberpunk collab funds. This is like $1, by the way. Thank you for the $2,000, Teneri. Thank you. Appreciate it. This is life changing. I'm going to invest all of this into Valorant skins. Thank you. Thank you. Genuinely, though, I appreciate it. Thank you. Every morning, I walk like 20 minutes to this convenience store and I buy like this $5 like combo they have. It's like a hot dog plus either like water or like a soda and then like a small bag of chips. So that contributes greatly. Thank you. Because I'm too lazy to eat instant ramen for 6 months in a row again. Those were some dark times when I did that. The Glizzy Gladiator? No, it's just that I usually go in the early mornings, and in the early mornings, there is like another deal for 2 slices of pizza, but then the pizza isn't made, so I just go with the hot dog. No, Blade isn't better than Cyrene, but he's like good enough to where you can get rid of Cyrene, you can put Blade in there, and the loss of performance, especially to a more casual player, would basically be unnoticeable. But in my opinion, Blade is still 10 times more valuable because his generalist buffs are just through the roof. Like, he goes in a follow-up team, he goes in Acheron teams. You can just use him as an insane fucking debuffer for literally every team in the game. Evernight will get Robin soon, Zolza, don't worry. Definitely not agenda. Does anyone play Enfield? I got filtered by the factory system, unfortunately. Tough. Ugh.
Peaceful days are like breezes carrying the scent of wheat fields.
Factory's not for everyone? Yeah. Also, I've heard the polls are a little low. Kind of like a Genshin-esque situation. But I won't speak on it because it could be higher. And it's just like me reading posts that are passing by. I mean, by the time Cyrene goes to T0.5, which I wouldn't be surprised if she did, probably early 5.x, Cassie is going to be near a Nova probably. Are you still Valo maxing? Not really. The last few weeks, I've been playing like 1 or 2 matches every once in a while. Not even every day. And then, I'd say the last week I just haven't played it at all, really. I've come to like truly just hate solo queue. Like, solo queue is, it's very miserable. I'm getting team MVP or match MVP almost every game, but I just can't win. November 12th, full Amphorius Nova. Remember the calendar? Wow. I'll write it down just for you. Surely it'll happen, right? Because you're a Hoyo employee. Is that date confirmed? No. It's like a full troll. Can't wait for the free Chrysos air selector. Oh yeah, that shit's gonna hit. Early 5.x, free Cypher, free Saridra, free My Day and Anoxa, and third, or Tribby. Now, they need to put one bait in there, probably Tribby. Did nobody remember it? Nah, I didn't look in that deep, not gonna lie. Did not look that deep. Saridra hits like a wet noodle. I don't know what they were thinking. You see the glory girl, the special girl of version 3 called Cassie. If they gave Phanon Cassie level teammates, Phanon would have overshadowed Cassie. So they had to fuck over Phanon's teammates. That's how it goes. It's a cruel, cruel world, but even there's like a main push above other main pushes, and that's just the Annie character. Like, imagine if Phanon, even ignoring base kit differences, imagine if Saridra had like an E1 Evernight for Phanon. Like, that alone would be such a significant buff. Saridra will be best in slot for any skill-based unit, and Himiko SP is rumored to be skill-based. Yo. Wow. I respect it, man. I respect it. That's all I'm gonna say. Do you think Acheron was an S1 merchant back in 2.x? Yeah. At the time, getting supports on or Eidolons on supports and new supports weren't as big of jumps as they are these days. Eidolons were also a lot more underwhelming. So, like, back then, a 20+% jump on a light cone was like unprecedented in HSR, because the majority of 1.x light cones were shit. Like, so many content creators were like, bro, don't even bother with the light cones, it's only like 15% better or something. But then in Pentagony you started seeing like some 20% jumps, and then in Ampho you're seeing like a fuck ton of 30% plus jumps on quite a few characters. It's just that, using hindsight, Acheron's light cone doesn't look like anything special at all. But back then it was pretty big. I mean, I've been seeing some Herda mains scoping about Himiko as a new teammate because she's Erudition. which is like, you just gotta pray for them, you know? You gotta pray for them. Hope they get by it. Hope they get some good times soon. I feel bad. Oh, it's on my Cassie account. Ren is likely to be a Herta DLC since she is not a DPS. Maybe. Maybe, you know, anything's possible. The savior of Herta will be Yunli SP, who releases on 5.4. That's who will save Herta. I just got the message from a divine being. Yep. So if Yunli SP doesn't revive Thirda on 5.4, well, it was my brother that said that, not me. You're a Herta fan? No. I mean, I like her, but I'm not a fan. There's very few characters I'm quote-unquote fans of. Are you a Phanon fan? Yeah. He's like my favorite gacha character, period. If Yunli gets an SP, it's a sign Hoyo listens to the Cappy God? True. What do you think Robin SP's role will be? She'll probably be on the team doing something, if I had to guess. I don't know much more than that, though. uh, why is he your fave? Just story and lore wise. Also, he has like one of the best designs in the game, especially when he goes in his old form. Phaedon just reminds me of like a main character for like a shonen series. And most main characters of shonen series I've watched or read, they're my favorite characters, so I'm kind of just, you know. Do you have any polls saved for Goga? Not really. Like 50? But the thing is, this is going towards Blade because I pulled Asheville on this account. If I'm doing my top 5 HSR characters with bias, it's probably Huo, Clara, Silverwolf, Tribby, and QQ. But without bias, it's probably the Herda in no order. The Herda, Phaenon, Don Hung, Kafka, and I actually don't know who would be in my 5th. I really like Welt, but that's bias because Welt is just like cool. Maybe, yeah, probably March. I'd just give March that slot. March has had like 3 different versions, so. Yeah. There's a reason why I want Yunli SP so bad. Or I'd take old Yunli getting Nova flared too. Either or. Bro, is Hom DG Cat? If I was Hom DG Cat, I'd probably be behind the bars right now. And they're setting up my execution in 3 days. I'm noticing a pattern. I don't know what you're talking about. People always say they're noticing a pattern, but like, there's no pattern. Post the Yun Lee cosplay, I'm good. Have you cosplayed? No. I haven't even celebrated Halloween since I was like 11 or something. No, I just don't do. I wouldn't do cosplays or anything like that to begin with. True. I am a capybara as well, so it's hard to find the right outfits. I'd have to get them tailor made for me, but I don't know if they accept capybaras, you know? That's the thing. The world is a lot different when you're a cappy.
A will of metal and stone.
If one day you did cosplay, I mean, I'm never gonna cosplay, but if I had to cosplay a character, it would just be whoever's the easiest. I mean, this is not easy, bro. This is such a like weird design. I don't know. It'd just be whatever is easiest. No, you have elf ears. I don't think humans have elf ears, fortunately. Oh, Archer would probably be a more easy one for me. Maybe Archer. He basically has the same skin tone as me. And this is definitely a much more simpler outfit. You're black? No, I'm Hispanic. Face reveal when? Never. Just get a red trench coat, oil your hair, and you're done? Yeah, exactly. That's why I chose him. That's definitely the easiest one. Although I'd have to make my hair like, I'd have to dye it gray. Gray white. Would you prefer a kit like Dahlia or Cyrene for your favorite DPS? Dahlia. Oh yeah, true, wigs. Gabby would love a counter support Dahlia. I would. Because then I could run Clara plus Yunli on the same team. Plus Clara Nova Flare changes everything. You gotta buy her Elia skin. She would never get. Fate Part 3, maybe. Would you be willing to be a VTuber? No. I've always had this thing where I feel like if I were to move from no face cam to something, I don't think I'd want to be a VTuber. I'd rather just show my face at that point. It's like either or. Either I show my face or I don't show my face. Oh no, the new leak is like hella unreliable. Because that leaker's entire credibility is built off of just guessing Himiko's path and element. Which is what I said in my community post. Like, I knew this would happen because it's such a big leak and it's getting reposted by Sakura Haven. People are just taking it as like everything is right and 100% fact. But it could very easily be wrong. Oh, it's 6:30. All right, boys, I'm going to go out. So, perfect time, I just realized. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Good luck with any of your polls.